America has a growing retirement base, and that means new opportunities for business. On the front page centerpiece this week, a special report, Money in America, What's Your Plan? With so many boomers reaching retirement age, financial planners and wealth managers have seen an uptick in business. Baby boomers are typically defined as people born between 1946 and 1964. Economists have struggled for decades to determine what challenges will be created by tens of millions of boomers reaching retirement all at once. Together, boomers drive about $7.6 trillion in economic activity each year, according to AARP. The advocacy group for retired people says that figure is enough for Americans over age 50 to represent the third largest economy in the world. Many businesses have come to view the coming retirement wave as a chance to cater to a huge demographic that is looking to get the most out of its later years. This special section delves into each age group from 20s to 70s with advice on what individuals should be doing now to prepare for the future and the opportunities that lie ahead for business. We are joined by Jason Farler, a principal portfolio manager within the Johnson Trust Family Office Services Division of Johnson Investment Counsel. He is with Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith with his take on preparing for retirement. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Peg. Jason, thanks for being here today.
I appreciate you having us.
Now, as Peg said in the story, it kind of covers from the age of 20 to retirement and everything in between. You know, as a father of somebody with three 20-year-olds in the household, it seems like the specific thought around that point are two things: credit cards and then saving for the future, right. Or even student debt, you know, trying to figure that out. Is there anything in particular that you offer to those two demographics?
Yeah, I would say I'm also a father of three. They happen to be a little bit younger than yours, but you know, certainly something that is likely to be a part of the economic discussion longer term as students leave college with higher and higher levels of debt. I'd say the thing for us that we typically recommend for folks is tackling the debt, the most expensive debt first. Interest is a cost to anybody. And so to suggest that, you know, having a credit card and trying to build a credit rating, if you will, is likely less important than just paying off that debt. Right. It's an immediate return, if you will. You know, if you're earning 5 or 6, or have a debt that's 5 or 6% in interest, you paying that off, you get an immediate rate of return of that same level. So focus on paying that debt down. And just having good fiscal discipline, paying off your bills on time, not maxing out your credit cards, that's going to give you a much better credit score longer term. So those are the little tidbits that we typically
it's often hard for those, especially with that keeping it paid off.
Absolutely.
Situation. I was amazed at one point in this article, it talks about the difference between starting saving for your child's education when they're born versus waiting until, say, 10. I think I used the example of about $300 a month. It's a difference in about $78,000 by the end of that term.
That's a huge number, right?
Yeah. Do you guys see a lot of that advising of starting early on something like that?
We do. Effectively, when you look at college savings, it's typically one of the number one concerns for most parents. I know it is for me. I mean, I think about it, quite frankly, just about daily with three young ones. And $300 can be a pretty large sum for a lot of Americans, but we suggest starting early. You know, if there are any secrets or secret sauce, if you will, to college savings, the first one is time. It's going to be likely your biggest asset. Start early. And the second one would be discipline. Get on an automatic savings plan. A lot of the state-sponsored 529 plans also have tools available that allow you to increase that rate of savings over time. So as hopefully your compensation increases, you're also increasing your level of savings. And then a final component to that is don't ignore it. A lot of folks start these savings plans, whether it be a 529 plan or even a 401k, and they never open the statement. They never log in to see how they're doing. And I think just doing some math every year to see how you're progressing in your plan is really one of the big items that improves the probability of success over time.
Good. Well, I think we have time for one more question, and I think that question I would ask you is, you know, I think so many people, including myself, think, well, I don't really need that advisor till I'm almost ready to retire. Right. That's probably not true, right?
We would agree that it isn't true, that you probably want to start early on. Now, if you're right out of school, you know, our advice would be check with your parents, see if they have an advisor that you can meet with to get some good discipline early on. Developing that relationship with the advisor early on will also help you when there is a stressful period of time, like in 2001 or 2008. You've already established that relationship, and so you're not scrambling from a position of stress with that relationship, as opposed to looking for somebody, when times are tough. You have somebody you can rely on.
So proactivity versus reactivity.
Without a doubt.
Well, listen, thank you so much, and we appreciate you coming on the show, bringing your wisdom.
I appreciate it, Jamie.
All right.